Firstly, can I welcome Kenny to this very brief podcast? Now, for those of you who don't know Kenny, he's one of the rock's greats. Voted top 100 drummer of all time by Rolling Stones magazines. He seems to work with everybody and collaborate with everybody from John Mellencamp, John Bon Jovi, Belinda Carlisle, John Fogerty, Rod Stewart, Mick Jagger, to name but a few. What's amazing is over 300 million records have been sold worldwide, which has featured his work. 1,300 of which are certified gold, platinum, or diamond records. That is stunning. Now, I was fortunate to spend some time with Kenny a few years back in Jamaica, and what hit me were really three things. Firstly, his dedication to hard work. Secondly, how inspiring he was as an individual. And also, his incredibly positive mindset, no matter what time of day you bumped into him. So, in this current crisis, this is exactly what I thought we needed. So I reached out to LA, reached out to Kenny to spend a few minutes with us and ask him just a few questions. Go and help us through this time. So Kenny, first question to you. So tell me something of the foundational habits that you develop and really put in place on a daily basis to really build that positive mindset of yours.
Well, I believe everything is based on foundation. And when I say foundation, that means physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually even. Just like an athlete, you've got to, make your body strong to deal with adversity. But you also have to do that in all these other areas too, mentally and emotionally, because we're in a time where we're being tested and challenged, both within and without. So I came up with the eight steps to a healthy life. These are my steps. So I'll be as brief as possible. The first one is I lift weights. And when I say lift weights, you don't have to be doing Arnold Schwarzenegger lift weighting. The whole point of lifting weights is to be obviously physically strong, but it also builds it elevates your hormone levels, which decrease even in our 20s. And when your hormone levels up, it makes you a healthier person, keeps you youthful, which affects your mind and your body. Number two is cardio, which is the only way to exercise the heart. Obviously, if the heart goes, we go. And it gives you endurance and also elevates your hormone levels, which keeps you healthy. Number three, flexibility, which is stretching or yoga. So you've got strength, endurance, flexibility. And even if you do like 15 minutes of each a day, that's fine. At least you're doing it. The idea is to have a checklist, and it makes me feel good, keeps me positive. I did it. Yeah, I did it. Oh, I did it. All right. Number four is diet. And I could speak for hours on this, but basically, nobody dies from eating too much broccoli, if you know what I mean. So obviously vegetables are very important. Fruit, vegetables. I eat fish, meat, and chicken. My body loves that type of protein. But I definitely, put an emphasis on vegetables and fruits and healthy foods. Stay away from fried foods as much as possible. Stay away from concentrated sugars as much as possible. All eating properly helps your immune system, keeps you also positive. It's like you wake up in the morning and you have like an ice cream sundae versus having, maybe some eggs with some, like in England, you guys might have tomatoes, eggs, some healthy, some beans and sausages. I mean, I personally have like a protein shake, a very, very high level protein powder, but I add super green food. I add a scoop of peanut butter. I add a cup of berries, and I add fish oil. And this is just all, the scoop of peanut butter, which is fat, and the cup of blueberries will curtail and keep your appetite down. And the other stuff is all very healthy. Then I have a couple of espressos, and I'm great. And for example, for lunch, I might have a huge salad with like maybe salmon on it, or some chicken on it with a minimum amount of carbs, like it might be baked potatoes, or it might be a yam or brown rice. Okay, so diet is very important, obviously. Number five is supplements. And I supplement my diet because I am so busy and I work so many hours a day. I take a very, very strong multiple vitamin that my doctor recommended. I take extra vitamin C. I take 20,000 units of vitamin D3, which builds your immune system up. Very, very important when we're in flu season and what we're going through right now. Vitamin D, very important. Fish oil, I mentioned, which is good for about 30 different diseases, and it's great for your hair, which obviously didn't work for me. For your eyes, your heart, your liver, your kidneys, everything. I take, let me see what else I take. I'm forgetting something, but extra vitamin C, I think I mentioned. And so supplements really help when you living an intense, stressful kind of life I live, or a high energy. I burn a lot. All right, number 6 is water. And water is, every organ in your body needs water. I could probably drink more than I do, but every organ in your body needs water. Should I say no more? As a matter of fact, water brings oxygen into your blood, which you need to operate. Okay, number 7 and 8. 7 is meditation. I'm not the greatest meditator, but you don't have to be a guru and get into that. Meditation could be just sitting in a chair and slowing your mind down. The purpose of meditation is to reduce stress. Stress makes you sick. If I'm stressful and I'm like touring and traveling around the world and taking private flights over here and running over there, and if I can feel that feeling of illness, or I'm about to get sick, and it'll come from being stressful. If I slow myself down and get rid of the stress, it will keep you healthy and also keep you centered and positive. So when you slow yourself down, you can actually hear what's going on up here. And if what's going on up here is not what you like, you are now aware of what it is that's going on, and you can redirect the ship, as it were. Like a big aircraft carrier, you redirect it. Stop thinking negative, start thinking positive. You can help yourself, but you've got to slow yourself down to hear yourself first. And finally, number 8 is sleep. Sleep is good for repairing the brain and the body. I'm not a great sleeper, but I get 8 hours every night. I sleep usually 4 hours, wake up, sleep another hour and a half, wake up, another hour until I get 8. And those are my 8 steps of health.
Fantastic. So around exercise, around diet, around meditation, around sleep, the combination of which is really gives you that energy in terms of you need to lead the lifestyle that you lead.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, my next question. Could you share with us one of your greatest inspirational moments in your life?
Well, the biggest inspiration I had was when I realized that I was a human being. And what I'm trying to say is that, when you're young and you fail at something, you get real depressed, and you'll do anything you can to not fail or make a mistake, to not disappoint your teachers or your parents. But as an adult, what I learned was there are no mistakes. There are no failures. All those experiences are gifts. In other words, and it's very difficult because, I'm playing with people like Sting and McCartney and, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars and Dave Grohl and Elton John. And, I'm doing these massive TV shows with the President of the United States. And if you fail, if you make a mistake in a situation like that, most likely are going to get fired. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on me, or, when I'm recording or when I'm speaking, where you have to perform at the greatest level and basically not make a mistake. Well, the bottom line is I still truly believe, and this is being inspired by and realizing being a human, there are no mistakes. Those experiences, I'll call them experiences, are the gifts that make us become better. As a matter of fact, I have a phrase. This is the Kenny Aronoff phrase. I will never be as great as I want to be, but I am willing to spend the rest of my life trying to be as great as I can be. That's the human condition. I am willing to try to score a touchdown if I were an NFL football player or a rugby player. I am willing to spend the rest of my life trying to get into the end zone, knowing that every time I get the ball, I'm not going to get it in the end zone. The process of trying to get into the end zone, or the process of living your life, is and having all these different experiences that some people might call failures. These are the gifts of learning. You step back and go, how can I do it better? Why did this happen? Some of it might be me. Some of it might be the environment. Some of it might be I didn't get enough sleep. Some of it might, there's all kinds of answers. Doesn't matter. The point is to recognize what you could do better to be great. And that is what I call the human condition. So it's all good. You are wherever you are for a reason. But if you do nothing, you get nothing. 0 equals 0. It's like math. If you do nothing, you get nothing. So my advice to people from this inspiration I've gotten is to take action. Action, 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 action. Move forward. Keep trying things. There are no failures. Everything is perfect. Perfect.
And even at this current time where some people may be thinking, hang on a second, I really can't take action because I'm in isolation. You should still be taking action to move yourself forward and to move your business forward, whatever, and to take you to that next step.
Absolutely. Just make a list. I make lists. My list is so huge right now. You know, as I was explaining to you before we went on, I mean, I have an autobiography, Sex, Drums, Rock and Roll, but now we're going to do an audio version. And then I'm going to put it in softcover. And then I'm going to write, I've written another book and I'm going to bring that in. Then I've got recording sessions. I've got podcasts. I've got interviews. I've got all these filming things. I've got a drum book that somebody wants me to do with them. I've got, it goes on and on. I cannot do it all. And, you know, and I practice 3 hours every day, and I work out every day. My plate is full, and I am acknowledging this isolation by staying at home. I get in my car, go to my studio where nobody's there, wash everything down. I'm in isolation. If you follow my posts on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn, I'll post these things about being in isolation, and I get a lot done. That's what I'm saying. In this COVID-19 situation, I'm not just sitting and watching TV and bumming out. There's no way. I take action.
Brilliant. And perhaps this leads to the actual last question I have for you, which is, if you had a billboard and you could put one message to communicate to the world currently, what would that one message be?
All right, that one message is part of a quote that Winston Churchill said.
Brilliant.
And the second half, I'm reading a 1,200-page book on Winston Churchill. I just think he's amazing. I know he was intense, but this guy was brilliant, brilliant. So the second half of the quote is what I would have on the billboard. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. The optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. Isn't that what we're going through right now? COVID-19 is a difficulty. So I'm an optimist. I'm going to see the opportunity from this situation. And it exhilarates me and makes me positive. And I think people, you know, the other side of the coin is the pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. But the opportunist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. And to me, that's taking a positive look at everything. Everything. That would be one of my quotes on Billboard.
Brilliant. Kenny, as always, it's fantastic to go and spend time with you. Thank you so much for your time and sharing those insights and that inspiration all the way from LA.
Awesome. Well, good luck with everything over there. And I'll be over there soon since my wife is from Devon.
Fantastic. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Take care. Bye.